Damn, you got like 12 pages of notes, man.
I write big because I don't have my glasses on.
Write big. Damn it. Cricket notes.
I need new prints.
Senior notes.
Hey guys, it's Amanda here, your cutie of Carnage, here on channel
Down.
Y'all know my closest dear friend over here, Wallace. You guys know him from Sylo. Y'all know him from my live streams from back in the day. Tonight we are doing a countdown of our favorite so bad it's good horror films. I haven't posted anything lately, guys. Like, I have a lot of things going on. Anyways, my hair looks like shit right now. You said my hair looked okay and you lied to me.
Oh, whatever.
His number 5. Yeah.
Bad movies that are good. Okay, this came out in 2002. This is my number 5 movie. It's directed by Don Coscarelli. Is that? I hope I got it right. But it's Bubba Hotep. I mean, who doesn't love Bubba Hotep? It's a great movie. It's got Bruce Campbell, the king of B movies, and it is bad as hell on purpose. I mean, come on, when the nurse is like, you know, wanking him, and like JFK is an old black man with sawdust for a brain.
Camera. And it was on your countdown.
It was. It's been there the whole time too. It's just been sitting there, waiting for this moment.
Here is my number 5. It's from 1994. Shrunken Heads, directed by Richard Elfman, the brother of Danny Elfman, who did the music. Basically, what this film is about is these like 3 boys. They're friends, and they kind of come against this like gang, manipulated them, and they got them in trouble. Well, these 3 kids end up getting killed by this gang. And there's this guy, this voodoo guy, that owned this bookstore that they used to go to and buy books from. Shows up to their funeral, cuts their heads off.
The funeral?
Yeah. He shows up to the funeral, cuts their heads off, does this voodoo, and shrinks them. So they become these 3 floating shrunken heads that fight crime.
That's awesome.
One of them floats around with a switchblade in his mind, and he slits their throat.
And you know, and that's funny. I've never seen that.
Yes.
That sounds really, really awesome.
This Shrunken Heads is crazy, and there's a romance between the shrunken head and the girl that he liked. But anyways, yeah.
Number 4. And you know, no list of bad movies can be complete without saying these words. Little Shop of Horrors. Holy crap. It is like the king of really cheaply made bad movies. And it's great. The Roger Corman one, the one made in the 60s, hell, they made it on the side while they were filming another movie. They're like, hey, I got an idea for a movie. Let's get together and make this movie. They're like, okay, we'll write a script. Okay, 30 minutes later, it's done. They've got the script, and they filmed it on the side while they're filming another movie. Roger Corman, of course, you know, he makes all the bad movies. It is The Little Shop of Horrors, the original one, 1960s, Roger Corman. Jack Nicholson played Bill Murray's role. So I guess that's my number 4. And so you're number 4. My
number 4 is my guilty pleasure film, 976 Evil.
Yeah. It's raining fish.
Yes.
It's a sign from God.
Yes. And it stars Evil Ed himself from Fright Night, Stephen Jeffries, before he started doing porn. There's a link below, guys.
He could have been doing it at the same time. I mean,
check out my link below. It is 10 reasons why you should watch 976 Evil.
That don't include the word porn.
Stephen Jeffries, Evil Ed from Friday Night. Him and his cousin Spike, they're really close and stuff, and they develop relationship, like really close relationship, like Spike kind of stands up for him and stuff. Well, they have a hotline that they kind of call to. Well, Stephen Jeffries calls the hotline, and lightning comes out of the phone. He's possessed.
And then fish and shit fall from the sky. I'm sorry. No, it's much more complex than that.
Yeah, no, but it's a good, it's a funny film. It's a funny film.
But it's just not streaming. I'll probably just have to buy it.
Yeah, well, I have it. I have the uncut version, the Blu-ray.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to borrow it sometime.
Dude, you got like 9 movies of mine already.
They're right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You can borrow them back anytime you want.
Thank you, Wallace.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Now, for number 3, that made my childhood. Okay, and I'm dead serious about this. This is one of the movies that has followed me through my entire life. 1978, Don DeBello, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Come on. If you're talking about bad movies, that is bad to the core, and it is 100% gold. It touches my heart. With the guy in the library, he's like, tomato. And everyone's like, ah! You know, the song that kills the tomatoes, Puberty Love, it's 100% gold.
My number 3 is a film that I love to death. It's from 2008. Like, guys, it's from 2008. And that is M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening.
That was a bad movie?
Yes, it was awful.
I loved it. I loved it.
This film was so bad. It starts Mark Wahlberg, like seriously, Zoe Deschanel, and I wrote a lot of notes for this, and I'm sorry. And Betty Buckley plays the crazy lady that was like, "You're gonna kill me," and Mark Wahlberg's like, "No." Betty Buckley was the psychiatrist in the Split movie. The film has so many like weird things about it that like make no damn sense. And you think it's a great movie, but the movie's so fucking awful. That like the one man that's like,
what's not great about that?
Well, no, even John Leguizamo's in the film. John Leguizamo's like, I got probability. I think we'll make it. So since I'm gonna make it better than you, take my daughter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send my daughter off with y'all, even though this is like a world crisis going on.
Right?
Yeah, that is unrealistic. I gotta
stay on camera.
I gotta admit that is unrealistic.
Yeah,
it is like terrible.
it is.
My number 2 is a movie that most people are gonna consider this to be a bad movie, but they're also gonna consider this to be a gold, and that is Toxic Avenger. The Toxic Avenger. One of the greatest terrible movies ever made. Everything about it is absolutely terrible, but it's in the same time it's great. There's so much great stuff, like the scene in the little restaurant where the guys are coming in and he grabs that guy's hands and he shoves them into the basket and shoves them into the deep fryer, and he's like, oh! It is. Trauma movies, period, are just they are what they are.
It's my number 2, okay? And this film was made in 1987. Jaws 4, The Revenge, because you know the shark needs revenge.
Jaws 4 was horrible.
And of course, Michael Caine. In this
God,
film,
really?
yeah, Michael Caine's in it. It is so awful. Like, nobody dies in this film. The oldest brother, he moves to the Bahamas. After Jaws 2 and 3, he thought, hey, I should start working in the ocean.
Yeah, because that didn't freaking come close
Right?
enough to killing you.
No, and then the mother, Ellen, she's like, oh, I sense a shark. The shark is coming.
Yeah, now it becomes like a psychic
Yeah, right?
connection.
And she sees it. Like,
telekinesis.
yeah, and she's like, he's gonna come. And he went after your younger brother. The shark jumps out of the ocean and growls. And grabs a man.
Sharks don't growl.
No, but it grabs, not only did he growl, he grabbed a man and pulled him in the water. Also, the next scene, he's like, oh, God, that was close.
Yeah, woo!
Woo, yeah.
Shoo!
Like, oh,
I
man.
just got ate by a 30-foot long shark.
Right?
Shoo!
No, it's the shark with a boat. The shark
boat.
blows the hell up.
Why does it blow up? You see, for a long time, like he depressurized. I can't explain it. I don't know. Hey, this is my number one movie. That is terrible, but good and great. And I have to say, Peter Jackson, you really killed it before you killed it. And that's Dead Alive. I love the rat monkey. I love everything about Dead Alive.
It's not a bad movie.
It is a terrible freaking movie. It's terrible. I kick ass for the Lord.
Bad Taste is a bad movie.
Yes, Bad Taste is a terrible movie. So is Dead Alive. Dead Alive was great, but it was terrible. You know, all Peter Jackson's movies back then were. Meet the Feebles
was fantastic.
It was
and
fantastic.
So was
And so, yeah, but it was still freaking horrible at the same time.
Bad Taste was his first one. It was awful.
Bad Taste was awful.
Bad Taste
Eating
was
brains
first.
out of my head with a spoon. Dead Alive, I loved the premise of the movie. I loved the over-the-top effect. Priest with the long, and like, okay, check it out. The kung fu priest, the nurse with her head like partially cut off, so like when they're feeding her scrambled eggs, and her head's like flopped back, and it's like squishing out of her neck hole. It's like, you know, and the pus.
And then the baby.
When she hits the pus, and it goes, and it lands in the custard, and the guy's like, oh, it's so creamy and good. You can't replace that. It is still a terrible movie. It's freaking terrible.
The baby?
Terrible. Yeah. It goes back to the womb. Oh, it's so bad. But it's good.
My number one is going to be The Island of Dr. Monroe. The Island of Dr. Monroe is fan-freaking-tastic. You're not off camera.
I
Fantastic.
like the movie. I like the movie.
It was so awful.
That was one of mine. Like I would get it at the
No, dude. I wrote notes.
Marlon Brando was a drama queen.
Guys, have you ever seen the documentary, The Lost Souls, The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's The Island of Dr. Monroe? Watch it, because it's fantastic.
Did you see what they were talking about? Marlon Brando demanded like ice packs to be put inside the little hat that he was wearing.
Yeah. Ron Perlman, you know,
Hellboy
Hellboy,
himself.
yeah, was in it. And that film is so awful. And I can't help it, but it's hilarious. It's so funny, and I can't help it. So that's my number one favorite awful film. Favorite awful film that I love. Thank you, Walls, for joining me yet again. Thank you again. Guys, thank you for watching us. And guys, do not forget to like right here. Like and subscribe. Like
right there.
and
Right there.
subscribe. Yeah.
And like.
Alright, guys, thank you so much again for watching. And until next time, guys, bye.
Bye.
My hair hair looks like shit. My hair's falling out. I need to fix this.
I don't know that movie.